first thing is a split squat with a dumbbell curl, a bicep curl. So the split squat is just dropping your hips up and down, straight up and down. Watch that form, all the normal form rules that go with the lunge position. Knee in line with the second toe, most of your weight in the front foot. You can play around with the position of this back foot if it starts to bother your knee back there. And then as you squat on each side, you're going to do a bicep curl with dumbbells or without. Then you're going to mountain climbers. You know how to do mountain climbers. So that's 9 on each side, so 18 total mountain climbers. And remember, always work to keep your shoulders over your wrists and keep your hips down, low. Prison squats is a typical squat stance. So you have your feet apart, your toes pointed forward. So you're going to put your hands behind your head and pull your elbows back using your shoulder blades. Keep your shoulders down away from your ears, and you're going to squat. And what you're going to notice is you won't be able to squat as far or as deeply without leaning forward, and I don't want you to lean forward because it's supposed to be a back exercise, so you should really feel it right here in your back. Burpees with an X plank. So the X plank, remember when you're in the plank position, supposing I'm in the plank position here on the ground, you're going to bring your knees to your opposite elbow, like this, okay? So the burpee with the X plank in it, you go down, you do your burpee, do the X, come back up. Okay, the dumbbell squat swings, this is a power move. So it's a squat just like everything else, but you're going to be holding one end of your dumbbell. And I want you to kind of start just with little squats and then just start getting deeper and really power up from the squat. So what you want to do is use the power from the squat to get that dumbbell up in the air. What I don't want you to do is use your arms, okay, because you can stand here. You shouldn't feel this at all in your upper body. It should all be powered up from the bottom of the squat. Also watch dropping down like this because you're holding a weight. Still maintain that good squat form where the weight is in your heels and you're not bending forward very far. You'll bend forward a little bit, but not very far. Okay, power jacks are similar to jumping jacks. You're going to squat down just a little bit, jump together, and put your hands up. Squat down, jump together. To modify this, you can just do regular jumping jacks or low impact jumping jacks. Okay? Let's see. Tricep dips. Find a table or a chair. You're going to lean against it, and you're going to dip backwards. Now, here's the key with this. You want to make sure as you're dipping that your hips are close to the object. So let's say you're doing this on a chair, on the seat of a chair. Keep your hips close to that chair so that you're not pulling on those shoulders. And then don't go down past your arms being at a 90-degree angle. You should not feel this in your shoulders. We're working this muscle right here. That's where you should feel it primarily. With your legs bent, it's easier as you straighten your legs. So my legs here are bent right now. As you straighten them, it becomes more challenging. So that's how you change the intensity of this exercise. Okay, tuck jumps in plank. You're going to get into a plank position. You're going to jump your feet to tuck them underneath you, and then jump back out. And you're just going to keep going in and out, fighting to keep your hips down. Okay, so you're in plank, jump in and out, fighting to keep your hips from coming up too high. To modify this, you can step in and then step back out. You can also go down to your elbows, step in, and step back out. And always on anything that we're doing in a plank position, if it gets to be too much as you start going through the rounds repeatedly, you can always just hold a plank for 30 seconds. I would hold it for 30 seconds. Okay, then we're doing push-ups to side plank. So, this is, you're going to do a push-up and push-up to a side plank. Hold it for about 1 second, 1 or 2, just to make sure that you're actually hitting that side plank balance. Push up, and then alternate. Okay? To modify this, put your knees down on the push-up. And then when you go to your side plank, keep that knee down. You'll still feel the pull right here in those lower abs. And then what you're working toward eventually is to power up from the bottom of that push-up into a side plank, making it a very fluid movement. But in the beginning, just make sure that you do the push-up and then hold the side plank for 1 or 2 seconds. 1 or 2 counts just to make sure that you are actually balanced in it. Okay. Then we're doing, I call this a bicep burnout. So you're going to do 7 bicep curls, coming to full extension, curling only halfway. All right, so your arms are not going to go past 90 degrees. All right, then you're going to bring them all the way up, and you're only going to go halfway down. And the point is to do it all in a row. So again, not going past 90 degrees. Then you're going to do the full bicep curl. And what you want here is to make sure that you're going to full extension whenever your dumbbells are down at the bottom. So on the halfway and on the full, straighten your arms all the way before you curl again. All right. Then we're doing Hindu squats. These require a great deal of balance. So you're going to get up on the balls of your feet, not your toes, but up on the balls of your feet. Let's go back a little bit. Find your balance. You're going to swing your arms back, squat all the way down, staying on the balls of your feet. Touch your ankles, and then stand back up. And you never leave the balls of your feet, so your calves will get a pretty good workout on these. Ways to modify this. One is you don't have to swing your arms when you go back. That just starts helping to improve your balance. So you can just squat down, okay? Stand back up. The other one is you don't have to squat down quite as far. Squat down, touch your knees, your shins. You don't have to go all the way down to your ankles and come back up. But what I do want you to do is work really hard at staying on the balls of your feet. So however you have to modify it, if you can't squat very far, that's fine. What I want you practicing is staying on the balls of your feet. And then eventually work your way up to the full motion and squatting all the way down and standing back up. And in between, so for all 7 reps, you should be on the balls of your feet for all 7. That's the goal. That's what you're aiming for. Okay, a side plank with a hip drop. You'll be on your elbow or up on your hand. I'm going to demonstrate on my elbow. So you just get in the side plank, and remember your hand position's here, here, here. Okay? And you're going to drop your hip till it just barely touches the floor and pull it back up. All right? To modify that, you can put a knee down like this and drop your hip and pick it back up. Okay? Make sure that your hips, your knees, and your ankles are stacked and that this arm is straight under your shoulder. So it's not out or in. And we have rolling plank, which is also called a body saw. position. You're gonna rock all the way forward, all the way back on your toes. So you're just moving back and forth on those toes. All right? You can do this with your knees down. It limits your movement, but you can do it. Or you can just hold a plank for 30 seconds. Reverse crunches are new. You're gonna lie flat on your back, put your legs up in the air. I like to flex my feet. And what I want you to do is imagine someone is standing over you, holding something just a few inches from your feet, straight above your feet, and you're going to try and kick it. So your feet are going straight up. It's not this motion. It is straight up. You probably will not be able to go very far from the ground, but you are lifting your hips straight off the ground. And what I want you to be thinking of is really using that core to drive your entire spine into the mat so that there's no arch in your back. That's going to really start working that core muscle. And then this is going to work your lower abs, these reverse crunches. Okay, V-jumps are in plank, also with your, on your elbows. And you get in your plank, and you're just going to jump out and in with your feet. Okay? To modify this, you can step out and in, one leg at a time. You can also get down on your knees and step out and in. All right. Have fun with that.